everybody. Welcome to this week's MoGraph podcast. I'm your host, Matt Milstead. Joining me this week, my good friend, our good friend. He's back to the show for like the 800th time, but we still love him and we have him every time. The pug man himself, Mr. EJ Hassenfratz.
Well, thank you very much. I'm excited to be here for my
800th time.
1000th
We're only on episode 452, but already you have been here 800 times.
I've come on multiple times in and out.
He just ends the call and then comes
appearances.
back and goes mows his lawn, does the thing.
And I'm back.
I want to give a big shout out to our universal sponsor, Otoy. You know them, you love them. They're the makers of Octane Render and the Render Network. With Octane, you can create super photorealistic renders incredibly fast. And for those renders that need an extra little push of power, the Render Network has you covered. You can render your Octane, Blender, and Redshift Octane, Redshift, and Blender Cycles frames in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost of other cloud rendering services. And a reminder that the Render Royale is currently going on. This month's theme is Architectural Marvels. So for those who don't know, the Render Royale is a monthly competition held on by the Render Foundation, where you can submit either a still frame or an animation that you have used the Render Network in order to render. And you can win prizes of up to $1,000 per render engine, Redshift, Octane, and Blender Cycles. You can win $1,000. So if you enter all three, you could win $3,000. So, make sure and enter that. For more information, check out renderfoundation.com/royale. But we're here to talk to you, EJ, and all the exciting things going in your life.
They're commenting on the wooden pug. I know.
The wooden pug?
Matthew loves that one. Of
yeah,
course.
I've got yours right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he made it.
Yeah.
He made it.
I don't know.
Yeah, thank you again
Yeah,
for it.
there's another one over here, but you can't see it. And I would turn my camera, but then weird things would happen.
I'm already working on more pug stuff. So,
Yeah.
You'll have more pugs to decorate your office.
You just did the vinyl toy that you did. The one that you gave me, that one got like kind of mass produced, right? Didn't it?
Yeah, that was, mass is in like 150 or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like Alibaba is a great thing. And it's actually something I like to talk about. Any artist trying to get into physical products, like, yeah, get a 3D printer. You might see.
Yeah,
no,
I can see it.
It's off screen, but yeah, you can see it. But like, it's so, like, it's not very tariffs may be more expensive now, but it wasn't that expensive if you wanted to do, like, the next thing I'm working on is just a very small keychain plushie.
Okay.
And then like one of the like rubber, like PVC, or not PVC, I guess it's PVC, plastic, keychains. Okay. And so it's just something where it's like, when you do enough of them and you say you just want to do like 100, sometimes it just costs like a few $100 to get these like little keychains made and stuff like that. It's like something cool. If you've ever been like, if you don't have a 3D printer, you don't know anything about producing stuff and you're a 3D artist, like a lot of people take for granted the skills they have. Because I know a lot of 2D artists that get into toys and they need to hire a 3D artist to do, ZBrush sculpts and actually sculpt the model and stuff to send to the factory and stuff. But if you're a 3D artist, you can do it exactly like that and just then have client notes. You send over notes to, the factory in China or whatnot.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's an interesting thing to be the client on an art kind of project where it's like, so I'm making a plushie, and that's something where it's been a very interesting learning experience because, if you're 3D printing or whatever, like you print the thing that you had in ZBrush, you export it out, you print it, it looks exactly the same. You know what I mean? But for plushie, there's certain things you can't do. There's certain stitches that you have to. So it's almost like you have to think about how a thing needs to get UV
I was going to say, sounds like UV unwrapping
because that's
first.
how it gets stitched. Yeah. So it's like you have to think. It's very interesting, and that's why I say, like, if you're a 3D artist or like really any kind of artist, like you could do stickers or magnets, whatever. But especially being a 3D artist, it's been fascinating to see how much of the knowledge that we have as 3D artists translates over to producing a real
Yeah.
product. So, Ben Frike and his keyboard knob, the
I
knob
think so.
design
Yeah.
keyboard thing. So he just came out with, well, actually, John Lepore
Yeah.
did a really awesome write up on LinkedIn about. I'll actually throw it in the chat here, but it's this like it's this 3D motion designer guy, Ben, and he made this whole keyboard himself. So he designed it in 3D and then worked with prototyping with this company that actually, manufactures and, makes prefab stuff. And
Oh boy.
so he did all the designing of it and then he turned it into a real product and you can buy it today. So it's just super cool
Yeah.
how like this, how you can apply your motion design skills, problem solving, design, branding, all that kind of stuff,
Ah.
UX, UI, and make your own product.
Interesting. Now,
Yeah.
when you were doing all the building out the plushie and all the other stuff, like, did you have to specifically reach out, find companies, or how did you go about finding the manufacturers for it? Because to me, that sounds like the hardest part. It's like at one
Yeah, it
point I
is.
wanted
Yeah.
to, because I'm a Jeep guy, I wanted to create custom Jeeps, or custom Jeep ducks, because my
Yeah,
car's
yeah,
name is
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sully, like from Monsters Inc. So I wanted to
Sure.
make a Monsters Inc. duck that I could give out to everyone.
Yeah.
But
A lot of it's just like word of
mm-hmm.
mouth. So the vinyl toy that I did, I know a bunch of vinyl toy artists just through, being obsessively compulsive about collecting toys, as you can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
back
yeah.
here. And so you just, and the cool thing is just it's this other world of art in 3D that like I don't know how many like motion designers really interact
Mm-hmm.
with, but it's just like a super cool community on like the toy side of
Yeah,
things. Like sometimes it's people that were big into graffiti art or like street art and stuff like that, and they got into vinyl toys, and some people make them themselves, so they're like tinkerers and stuff. But they're all it's all art, and they all do the same thing that we do. We just apply our skills to something that goes on screen. They do it to something where you actually make a
for
physical
sure.
thing. And so I knew a 3D artist, or not a 3D artist, a 2D illustrator who actually used to work at Buck back in the
Mm-hmm.
day. Um, his name's Chris Lee, and his like toy brand name is Beast is Back,
Okay.
and he makes a lot of really cool, like, you would like his style. Um, he does like a lot of retro stuff and uh like Ninja Turtles, and he did like a Mega Man
Yeah.
one, and I'll throw his link in the chat too if you want to pull it up. But he's been super nice, and actually Jerry Liu from who works at Rive now, he's an awesome motion designer guy, and he was friends with Chris, and he was like, I've been friends with uh him for quite a while, and I was like, I'm trying to get into toys, and he's like, oh, let me introduce you to my friend
Oh,
Chris,
great.
the Beast is Back guy right here, and it was just like super incredible. So this is the guy who used to work at Buck. He's an amazing illustrator.
Yeah.
He's illustrated for like Target. He's designed toys that have been in like Happy Meal boxes, which
That's
is like,
so
how cool is
cool.
that? But so Chris, I hit him up. I'm like, hey, I'm friends with Jerry, and he recommended me reach out,
That's cool.
and he was like, "Yeah, here's my number. Give me a call."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "What?" you know. And so I ended up having a conversation with him, and he just like gave me some advice, and was just so
Mm-hmm.
generous. And it's just one of those things where it's just like when I talk to a lot of people that are anxious about what's going on with the industry,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's AI involved or whatever it is, economy, whatnot. And I'm always like, you know what? Like it's things like that that remind me of like even beyond this
Yeah.
podcast, right? Like we go way back, like we met at NAB and doing these community events, and Camp MoGraph,
Mm-hmm.
so it's all about community. And it's like we have to remember like that aspect. And I feel like the more we drift away from that community aspect, I feel like the harder it's going to be
I
for us.
agree.
So I always recommend, like, I go through this stuff too, where it's like if you feel like you're isolated, if you're not talking to people very often, you feel like you're going through hard times, like remember that the community's there and it's the most generous
Mm-hmm.
community out there. Like I was floored by like how generous someone I don't even know who's like kind of a big deal art toy
Yeah.
designer who could have been like super precious about their contacts and all that kind of stuff, but was like, again, super generous. So that's the thing where it's like, if you ever wanted to get into stuff like toys or whatever it is, like I'm very, very noob at
Yeah.
it, but I'm always out there where I'm like, hey, if you want to get into this or even 3D printers, like reach out. Like I know Matt, didn't you get
I
one?
do. I have one. It's right here. It's just a
Yeah,
little Ender
the
3. Like
bamboo.
right after I sold my
Oh,
Beeple,
okay.
I was
Oh,
like, oh,
there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
buy a 3D printer, and then I didn't realize
Yeah.
how awful the Ender 3s are, and like having to level them. And it's like I would really love
Oh,
to upgrade to like a really nice bamboo or something like that with the auto leveling and the multiple colors and stuff.
yep.
But it's like at that point, I mean, I don't really even know what I would print at this point, you know. Plus, I've been freelancing over at ABC, and Aaron over there does a ton of 3D printing. So if I ever need anything, I'll just be like, hey, 3D print this for me, you know.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Well, that's the thing too. Even if it's like, if your kids want a
yeah,
toy, like you can go on to like the Bamboo, they have their own app and their marketplace and stuff. And it's like, oh, I need a screwdriver
yeah,
or I need this little hinge to hang stuff. Like, oh, I could print that out. So it's kind of like, you know, it's not just like I'm always like, oh, I just print my art stuff out on it. It's like, no, there's some practical
yeah,
stuff you could do. Like you can make a
yeah.
bowl or, a cup
Right.
or
Make
whatever.
sure it's food
Like,
grade
yeah.
PL.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's yeah. I mean, you can get food
yeah, yeah,
grade
yeah.
plastic. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
That's cool.
like put coffee in it, you're getting chunks of PVC down your gullet. That's
It's
not
good
good.
stuff. Yeah, I love
Yeah, yeah.
microplastics in my
It's in
system.
Mountain
Right?
Dew. I mean, if it's in Mountain Dew, it's
Gotta
gotta
be
be good for
good.
you. As you get your
Right?
big gulp.
Well, it's filled with Mountain Dew. I've already drank it once and filled it twice
Oh,
with
you
Mountain
already got
Dew.
your.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my gosh.
That's the way to do things.
In the
I think
styrofoam cup. Is that a
it is a
styrofoam?
styrofoam. Yeah. Yeah. Me
Oh
and
my
me
gosh.
and
So you're getting those microplastics too.
me and
Great.
Scott, Unra, him
Yeah.
and I go back and forth all the time about joking about getting Mountain Dew tattoos. And I'm pretty sure I'm
Oh
gonna
my
get a
God.
Mountain Dew tattoo. I love their new logo that they've got. The new logo, I think it's beautiful design. So
They updated
yeah,
it. Is it more like the
it
retro
feels
one?
more retro. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The retro one's
Yeah,
great. Yeah.
so I may get a Mountain Dew
Gotta do the
tattoo. We'll
do
see.
tattoo.
Yeah, do the
Do the do
tattoo.
tattoo.
Yeah, let's I want to
Oh my
jump into
gosh.
a couple of headlines because I feel like this could lead to a lot of discussion. Let's do
Yeah.
that real quick. So the first one.
Breaking news.
Breaking. Yeah, literally, this just came in as I was driving home to do the podcast. There was an announcement that Kit Bash 3D and Grayscale Gorilla are joining forces together. I don't know much more information about it other than two brands, one company, and there was, a fair amount of like questions and stuff. It's like, hey, what's going on here, and are things
My
changing? And it's like,
subscription.
yeah,
Yeah.
but a note from the founders, Kit Bash and GSG have come together because they believe that the world needs great 3D tools and creators deserve companies to put them first. From the beginning, Kit Bash working together, blah, blah, blah. Merger lets us go further and move faster. It gives us the ability to combine our strengths, share what we've learned, and start solving even bigger problems for the artists we serve. I think it's cool. It's interesting. It's neat seeing some of the smaller, I don't know if you'd call Kit Bash and, GSG smaller companies now. They're doing pretty well for themselves, but not the Maxons and the Adobes of the world kind of like joining forces to do stuff together. Now, what does that mean about the future? I don't know. While I'm at Half Res this week, with you, I really want to talk to Chad and see
Yeah,
what
Nick
he
will
has
be
to
there,
say about
Chad.
it,
Yeah.
And I don't know if Nick's going to be at Half Res or if Nick's going to go to camp this year. or both, you
Hmm.
know. So it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to talk to him. Either way, if he's at either one of those, I will chat up his ear and have some more information about it next week. What are your thoughts, EJ?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, I know Kit Bash is used all over the place. So, and since they're the acquirer
Are they
and not
the
the acquiree, I
acquirer
would
or the
assume
acquire?
it's said that yeah, Kit Bash is
Where does it
acquiring
say that?
GSG, or they're
Merging. Yeah,
merging.
see, I think that's a
Merging.
big distinction. But they did
Yeah,
also say,
so I guess it's not.
I don't know.
It's like the whole when Maxon acquired or what
Yeah,
the
but I don't think
what's the last thing that just acquired?
ZBrush.
Not
Uh
ZBrush, the like editing kind of
n-
VF kind of the After Effectsy
oh
oh
yeah.
my gosh. Left
Yeah,
angle,
yeah,
left
yeah.
angle.
But they acquired
Like did
them.
they just buy them out or
I'm
did they
pretty sure they
acquire and there's
acquired.
this whole like
Yeah.
nuance of but yeah, I guess they're the official wording is
Yeah.
merging. Um
See, it's like
so
are they
yeah, I mean,
becoming one company? Because if so, that's kind of neat, you know. It'll be
yeah.
I don't know. For right now there were some frequently asked questions that said, are do you basically you don't need to worry about they're going to be keeping things separate. GSG your subscription there,
Mm,
Kitbash your subscription there. I could assume, this is just my assumption, that seeing the way things have happened in the past, eventually there's going to be one subscription to rule them all, and stuff.
right. I mean, that's what happened with Maxon and the red
Yeah.
shifts and ZBrush and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it's interesting because I mean, I don't. To be honest, I used to use Kitbash a
Mhm.
lot, and I know it was before they built their like basically their asset
Yeah,
browser
cargo.
kind of thing. Yeah,
Mhm.
cargo. And so I wonder how like I know GSG just have been putting a lot of work in their version of that. So I wonder like are they gonna have one of those to
Yeah.
rule them all? Because that's really because I know both cargo and what the GSG Studio asset browser like they're both really
Yeah.
great. You know what I mean? Like and especially in a world where Epic had this great thing,
Yeah.
Bridge and everything, and they just like, let's kill
Yeah.
it. Quick mega scans and all that. So they went to Fab, and that's just been a
It has
headache for
been.
everybody ever since.
Yeah.
So like, and I guess that that's who they're going up against. I guess is the Fabs of the world, and like, are they gonna do this like big open marketplace? Are they gonna try to swoop in and fill that market
Mhm.
gap where Fab is? I don't know, and get into the Unreal Engine world because this is the interesting part is like Grayscale Gorilla. I know they try to get into like the Blender and the Unreal, but their bread and butter, I feel like, is probably still Cinema
Yeah.
4D. I mean, that's where they come from. Like that's their
I don't know.
main
I was
base.
using
So,
the GSG stuff, the importer. This was before they had
mhm.
the studio. I used the importer when I was really heavily in Unreal a couple of years ago, and it was
Mm,
fantastic. I really. Hey, Chris
yeah,
Schmidt. What's up, Schmidt?
Chris Schmidt in the house and
Yeah.
Windwolf.
That's a party.
What up? What up?
Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was, and it worked really well. It'd be interesting. Gorilla Bash. It would be it. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. And I think because you and I are probably so much into the C4D world. Well, I don't know. You're kind of in the Blender world as well. You know, I don't know how
I'm slowly
how
getting into
much
it. Yeah.
the how
Well,
much.
well, that's the thing is, and this is why I think it's been hard for Grayscale Gorilla to get in there because you have Polygon.
Yeah.
And Polygon is the Blender Guru
Yeah.
brand, and that's a hard nut to crack right
Yeah.
there, because Blender Guru is basically the Nick Campbell of that
Yeah.
sphere. So it's almost like Nick has had like this uphill battle to like crack that market where stuff for assets like Polygon is basically a lot of what GSG Studio is, minus like they don't have all the great plugins and stuff like that. That's the other
Mm-hmm.
thing. And so that's the interesting part too, where it's like Kitbash didn't have any plugins, but Grayscale Gorilla not only has like they have some really awesome models, they have the great materials and
Mm-hmm.
textures, and they also have all the great plugins like Signal and all the other stuff. And so that's where it's kind of interesting where you have this like kind of like a holistic thing. You got your plugins, you got your one-stop shop for basically everything you need because GSG wasn't really known for its
Models. Yeah.
models per se. Like there's some great like more MoGraphy kind of models, but there's
Yeah.
nothing great there for like an Unreal Engine artist or anyone that wants to do VFXy kind of stuff,
Yeah.
basically. And that's where the kit bash stuff comes in because they use that stuff in movies,
Yeah.
films, and
I know.
a lot of like very
We
realistic
use it a
stuff.
lot at ABC anytime we're doing city stuff or needing backgrounds for, anything city
Yeah.
wise, or destruction or something like that,
Will they make the most highly realistic city kit? Remember
I do
City
remember
Kick? That
City
was like the
Kit. Yeah.
first like GSG plugin
Yeah.
back
I
in the
want to say
day.
they used it on
And
like a Marvel movie or something like that.
oh yeah, they absolutely did. Like for the opening
I
titles,
don't know.
maybe? I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. Like,
Yeah. But I definitely used the hell out
yeah,
of that back in the
that's
day.
funny.
How old does this
Right.
podcast sound right
Back in
now?
my day, we used City Kit,
Yeah.
and we had to,
You're a city kid with a bunch of
and we
cubes
had to.
with some other cubes on
Back
it.
in my
And
day,
we liked
you
it.
paid once for for signal, and you had it forever.
We wa- we walked uphill
Right.
both ways for City Kid.
That's funny.
Oh my God.
Let's see
Wait,
the
yeah.
other headline I have, since Chris is in here, I was gonna remind everyone that
Yeah.
Half Res is this Friday. So if you're in the Chicago area, I mean, if you're in the Chicago area, you obviously know about that. But if you're in the surrounding areas or you're looking for something to do this weekend, Half Res is Friday, September 12th. You can check out more information at halfres.com. A bunch of really good, a bunch of really great presenters and stuff like that. And the MoGraph team will be there. Me and Matthias will be sporting our MoGraph tees, and I might bring my iPad and teach people how to sign up for their very own MoGraph.com account. We'll see,
There you go. The white
right?
glove treatment.
Here,
of
let
how
me
to
help
sign
you.
up.
Set up your MoGraph.com account.
Enter your
Enter
password
your password.
and your seed phrase. I won't do it.
But yeah, EJ, you're presenting, right?
So I'm actually hosting.
You're
this time.
hosting.
So I'm
That's
hosting,
exciting.
I'm hosting. Yeah, like I don't have to do any work. It's great to be a part of the event.
Yeah,
And not
you don't have to do
prepare
any
anything,
work.
really. I just have to like pronounce everyone's names
Right.
correctly. So that's about
Right.
it. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the half res new format, so last year, well actually that was the DAT tour.
Yeah, that was
one of the first
That was
years
not last
where
year's. That was 2 years ago.
it
And
was
then
2 years ago, where I think that was the first attempt at this new format where, in the past, Half Res was just this evening event, started at like 5 or 6, and it was just like a few presenters and then a big party. And now we've added this educational component, and Chris, kind of brought me on to help run that aspect of the educational portion. And so that's the creative sessions, which starts at around 1 o'clock on Friday, and so we have a bunch of awesome presenters. So Donnie and Kevin, they're going to be like the headliners for the evening session.
Cool.
So the main stage speakers, but then the creative sessions. I'm your schmuck of a host, and then we have like a really awesome lineup, a lot of great variety.
Yeah.
So we got Lucas Carmago, who has been like I've been following him for years.
Same.
Like
I have
if
too.
you see his work, like you've like he has such a unique
Yeah,
style.
you know it
And
immediately.
he's an amazing illustrator. Like his skill set, like I feel like it's rare for a 3D artist to draw well. Like it's kind of like these in the Venn diagram. It's like not very overlapping, but he's just like such an amazing just artist.
Yeah.
Period. You know what I mean? And just his character designs, it's so creative. Like, and he's pumping out these designs and characters like I feel like every other day there's
Yeah.
like a new one that just is just so creative. And so and I just really love its style. It's very like playful and colorful as well. So super excited. I've never like really seen him do a talk before, so I'm really excited to have him out. And then Casey Gu, she has she's a lot of people might be unfamiliar with her, but she just got hired by Maxon to be like their in-house motion designer. But and she just graduated from university like a couple years ago too. But she has a YouTube channel that her tutorials are like some of the most creative, ingenious like tutorials I've ever seen with like amazing end results. So she only has like a handful
Yeah.
of them, but every single one is like a banger.
Yeah.
It's like when you follow an artist like or like a music artist and you buy their CD,
7
usually it's like, oh,
videos
you
and
got
almost
one hit.
4,000 subscribers. We have hundreds of
Yeah.
videos and not even 10,000 subscribers. Well done.
But but I mean every single one of them is like super great. So it's like as someone who has a say in who can be a part of it is like everyone people know me. I've
Yeah.
done my stuff, and so the thing I like to do is like if I'm in a position, I want to help elevate other people in
100%.
the industry that are just trying to find their voices and stuff. And because I know for me, like all I needed was that one shot and to meet the right
Mm-hmm.
people, and like the rest is history. If you run with that ball. So really excited for Casey, and then another artist who I feel like people might not have known about up until like a year or so ago when he did
Up until a few months
slow
ago when he did the
motion
MoGraph podcast,
few
you know.
absolutely worldwide debut. But Elijah, Sweet Boy
Yeah.
Motion, he so he's great, and it's kind of funny because we actually kind of got to talking back in the day because he got into 3D printing and we got to talking
Mm-hmm.
there. And then I just started following him like, dude, you're badass.
Yeah.
Like you're just such a good artist, and like I love character animations and character based artists, and so um he's just someone I've been following him for a while, and he did like tutorials, Blender tutorials and stuff like that, and he's such a good teacher. He just has such a great style, and it's one of the things with like Blender artists, not a lot of them are like that are doing tutorials. They're mainly
Yeah.
influencers, and they're not really like doing production work. And he was one of that's why like when I wanted to get a Blender instructor for our school motion course, I was like, I want to have someone who's got like real world experience
Yeah.
working in pipelines so they can speak to
Yeah,
that
and he also
and
had a
not just be
background in
like,
C4D as well, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
he's known everything. Like he's one of these young people who like when they went to school, they didn't just learn like Photoshop,
Yeah.
Illustrator, and After Effects. Like they learned Unreal, Maya,
Yeah.
3D Studio Max,
Yeah.
Blender, Unreal, Cinema 4D. So he knows like everything. Um, and so it's been really cool to see him like get into the community more, and his videos are freaking hilarious at
Yeah.
that too. It's like just like you could not be a Blender artist or like care anything about 3D at all. You watch his videos and just the jokes. And I think he said he used to do like he used to like help write comedy
Oh,
shorts
really?
and stuff like that. So I was like, oh,
Interesting.
that's like improv or something
Uh-huh.
like, or maybe I'm totally making that up. But I mean, he's just got that really great dry sense of
Yeah.
humor.
He was
Um,
fun to have on the
but
show,
yeah, so the
and he
yeah,
released the sweet tools or the sweet
yep,
buttons
sweet boy too.
on
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
MoGraph on our MoGraph. He was like one of
That's right.
our first people to do it, and he's done really well. He's made, he's sold a lot of plugins and stuff. It's been great. So I'm excited to hang with.
Yeah,
He's a
no,
local
it's
Dallas guy. You think we
yeah,
would
he's a
hang
local
out
Dallas
more?
guy too. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Well, Dallas is like basically LA,
Yeah.
but
You know, I
more
will say,
farms.
speaking of meeting up and stuff like that in Dallas, I was talking to Barton the other day because he had some people from a creative group come in. It was like 40 people, and it totally fit the studio just fine. And I told him, I said, with EJ doing his Colorado meetups, you basically need a place every month to be able to meet up,
Yeah, that you
and
can
you're
count on.
lucky because
That's
you got
regular. Yeah,
the bar, which is easy enough,
free bar.
but
Yeah.
he offered up ABC as a place to be able to have some of these meetups. So I'm gonna look back into
Oh,
it
nice.
and see about rebuilding up the DFWC 4D, or I may rebrand it to something else, the DFW Motion Group or something like that, in order to start
That's
doing more
awesome.
meetups. Maybe not monthly like you do, but maybe quarterly.
It's hard.
It's a lot of work,
Yeah,
and especially when you're
yeah,
already working full time, and then you've got a
right.
part-time gig of mograph.com and then doing a meetup on top of that and stuff like that. But I don't have enough on my plate, so why not? So
Yeah. Well, the quarterly thing's a good
mhm.
idea because that's one of the things we've been tinkering about too, where it's like, number one, it's hard to find if you want to do presenters. It's hard to find
Yes.
like 12 presenters a year versus like four. That's way easier. But then sometimes too, it's like, one of the things that I've found just through doing these meetups over the years, it's like sometimes we'd have like a presenter that had to bail out, like for whatever
Yeah.
reason last minute. And I'm like, well, crap, like, well, I'm just going to cancel the meetup. And then, I did that once and they're like, why did you do that? Like, we would have been just happy to hang
Yeah.
out at the bar and just shoot the crap and we don't need a presentation. I was like, oh, well. And then I thought back to like what Chris does in, Chicago, and they have two meetups there. One that's just kind of like a bar
Mm-hmm.
hang, and then one that's like the Chicago, motion graphics meetup where they have presentations. They kind of
Yeah.
alternate. And so, and when it's like that, I feel like it creates more of a sense of like, oh, well, if I don't go to this one, the next one's in 4 months, and like
Yeah.
I should go to this one versus, well, if I don't go to this one, I'll go to the next month's one.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah. Yeah.
cares?
Yeah.
And so you'll get more people
That's not a
out,
bad
and
idea.
yeah,
Like doing like a beer meetup, every quarter, and
yeah.
then every other
Like go to
quarter
one of the
do
breweries
like a
somewhere.
meetup at the
Yeah,
studio or something. As part of me was like, well, it'd be cool to have like drinks and food and snacks and stuff like that at the place where everyone's just
yeah.
hanging out. But I don't know. Then that becomes a thing, and it's like then you need funding for it, and you got to find, which MoGraph of course would cover, but still, which
I mean, sometimes it's just you pick a bar
yeah,
and say, "Hey, everyone, go there." And as long as it's not like 200 people and the bar staff's like, "Oh my
yeah,
God, what
yeah.
happened?"
Keep it simple, as
It's
Chris
fine.
says.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah.
also for those who are do any meetup groups or whatever, reach out to us at MoGraph. Send me an email, either info@mograph.com or matt@mograph.com. We want to help y'all build up your audience and stuff like that. So any way we can help, whether it's through, helping pay for the first round of beers for everyone or whatever, just email me. So, yeah. Half-Res is gonna be fun. I'm excited about
Yep.
it. It's been 2 years, like since the DAT tour. That was the last time I went, and it's a fun time. It's fun to just hang out and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, it's one of my favorite events. Like I feel like some design events can be a little highbrow
yeah,
sometimes or take itself a little too seriously,
yeah,
but this one's just like it's Chicago, man. Like it's like it's just the chill vibe and yeah, you just hang
yeah.
out and drink beer and then yeah. I mean, it's almost like just the hang it's like for the night part, it's like almost the presentation. They actually cut down the amount of speakers for the night
Yeah,
the evening part of it because they found that you find things out through you just do the events which is like actually people just want to just
it's true.
hang and they don't need the presenters or anything, so yeah, have a couple presenters but then leave enough time for people to just be able to
Yeah,
chat and catch up. And because I mean a lot, it's funny because there's a few people that I see at only at Half Res.
yeah,
Like every year I'm like, oh, it's the one
yeah,
time I get to see Eric
yeah.
from because you're in
Hey, it's the
Chicago.
guy
And
who does
um
magic.
yeah, right. Yeah,
Or the guy I
uh,
mistook one year for the guy who did magic. That was embarrassing.
who's that?
There was some
The
guy.
guy who
There
does
was some guy
magic.
at NAB one year. Like I swear you knew him or you introduced me. And
Oh,
yeah,
Ben
and so
Budsman.
then
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
I. I saw someone who looked
So you're
exactly
talking to
like
some
him
random person
in
who's all,
Chicago.
hey,
I was like, "Hey, you're the
pull
magician,
that
right?"
out.
And he
Yeah.
goes, "No, I think you have me confused for someone else." I'm like, "Whoops, I'm gonna go leave."
It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you are.
Anyway,
Pull a pull a quarter out of my
yeah.
ear right now.
So, do you know when the morning sessions are? Uh,
So the morning
okay,
so doors
1
open
p.m. Sorry,
at
I'll actually do
1, and
this.
then the sessions start at
Yeah.
1:30, and then that portion ends I believe at 4:30, and then so you have like a good hour. So if you go to so this is the thing, like if you go to the creative sessions, you'll have enough time between the end of the creative sessions and the evening
Hmm.
portion to go out and get food. Although there will be food at some point at the evening portion
Yeah.
too. So but yeah, you have to like leave and then come
Yeah.
back. So you have time to like chill and hang out. Um but yeah, we have the tickets where you can do t-shirts. You can also buy t-shirts
Hmm.
separate. T-shirt designs are
Okay.
awesome. So this is one thing too, is like be sure to if you want a t-shirt, like get it now because I think there's a limited quantity
Yeah.
of those. So, yeah, Half Rice has food. So yeah, okay, just
We pay
yeah,
a ton of
Chris.
money for it. Yeah.
Chris has got all the and then Chris, there's like a limited amount of t-shirts, so I think that's what we talked about in the last call. So if you want to get one, like be sure you order it now because um not a lot of time. And the t-shirt designs are
Yeah.
awesome. Like they're so good every year. So and it helps, fund the because it's a nonprofit, like,
Yeah.
it's like MoGraph, Camp MoGraph and stuff like it's just to fund the event and um, also, they fund like to give away tickets to like local schools and stuff to get students
Mm-hmm.
there. So that's like a really cool thing they do with the
Yeah.
community in Chicago. And like I said, it's one of my favorite events to go to. I feel like it's one of the man, I think I've been going to them since like the fourth
Yeah.
one or the third
Yeah.
one.
What do I have?
So,
I've got a bunch of the skateboards. I've got a skateboard for
oh, see, I
every
don't
year
have.
that they did the skateboard giveaway. You know.
Oh my
Yeah. So I've
gosh,
got like 3 on my walls or something like that. But yeah.
I got some cubes.
Yeah, I've got a cube as well. I think I've got 2 cubes. One sitting right
Yep.
here.
Yeah, so for those not in the know, search around because there's gonna be they had the cubes everywhere and skateboards and I don't think they do the
They don't. I
skateboards
miss the
anymore. I don't know,
skate decks
Chris.
too. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So,
Maybe we need to do like mini 3D printed ones this time. I don't know.
Half Res
Or a
sponsors.
cube on a
MoGraph.com is
skateboard.
a sponsor, so super excited to be
There you go.
sponsoring.
That's-
Yeah, we're only sponsoring 2 events this year, and Half Res is one of them. The other one is the XR Motion Conference
XR?
in October. So, really excited about that.
Yeah.
But speaking of events,
Speaking of events,
DJ, I'll let you handle it from here. As you just talked all about Half Res. Let's have you talk about the other event.
I yeah, it's been busy
It
for
has.
me, man. Like yeah, helping Half Res the creative sessions get off the ground. But that we I think you guys always talked about like destination
Mm-hmm.
MoGraph and stuff like this and like let's go like not necessarily like the community in the US go to some place, but if you ever wanted to do something like say
Yeah.
Tokyo and you wanted to go an event there, like they do Motion Plus Design in Seoul, which they just announced their lineup and it looks amazing. But there's really not a lot. There's not any well-known events that happen in Tokyo outside of Motion Plus Design, which I think they do every other year. So there's like a gap this
Yeah.
year, and so I love Japan.
Yeah, you do.
I took Japanese in college, and if you see anything behind me, I have all these like toys from Japanese artists behind me, and I'm a big Nintendo fan, all that kind of stuff.
I
And
never know when you're
so I've
not in
always
Japan. Because I feel like you're always
I
posting stuff on Instagram from Japan. And I'm like, wait, is he in Japan again? I don't know.
no, I just go to like places that like sushi places, and we got like a Japanese style arcade just right down the street from where I live, which is random to have in the
Yeah.
suburbs, um, but yeah, like safe to say I love Japanese culture and art and illustrations and characters, mascots, all that stuff. And so I've always wanted to do an event in Tokyo, and it's just been hard. I back in 2014, I went to Japan for the first time and went with Maxon and did a bunch of presentations there. It's one of my favorite places in the world to go
Mm-hmm.
to. And one of the weird things is like it's kind of like New York City, right, with the XR conference, where there's not a lot of like meetups or events up until the great guys at XR put on together. And it's one of those things where it's like you would think there would be a meetup.
Yeah.
I mean, even in LA, I guess with like Safe Space and what they're doing at Laundry, where it's like they're trying to get the community going. And it's weird about the bigger cities that you would think would
Yeah.
have this
I
massive
mean, even
meetup.
with Dallas,
Like Chicago has it.
it's almost like we
Yeah,
don't know
Dallas,
that
yeah.
each other exists. You know?
Right, right. Absolutely. And so that's one of the things where the more I met some amazing people when I was in Tokyo last October and had dinner with people that I just met for the first time. And it's funny because, a few of the people that I met and had dinner with were the people that were completely instrumental with helping get this event off the ground. So I've been talking a lot, but like this event is happening in November 9th in
Let me
Tokyo,
go back.
and it's at this venue called Tunnel Tokyo,
Uh-huh.
and the venue is so freaking cool. Like, let me try to get the I'll give you the link to it. But it's basically a venue that just has a huge like light tunnel and screens, and it's interactive with like audio and stuff, and it's just such a cool venue. And we have a bunch of amazing speakers as well.
Yeah.
So we have we have some English speakers, and then we have like I wanted to like get a lot of the local, Japanese talent there as well,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because one of the things that I've talked to is like the amount of talent in Tokyo
Yeah.
is insane. Like they're just so amazingly talented, and and so what I wanted to do is the more I talk to artists there, they're like, yeah, we really don't have any
Yeah.
events that happen here that are specific for motion design specifically. And so that was one of the things that we worked with some of the artists at Signif Inc., which they do a lot of amazing work. They do like music video work for like anime stuff, and their work is incredible. And so they did a bulk of the work for
Uh-huh.
this, including another artist that's like a super, super well-known Blender artist and educator over there. His name's Tad, and they both have really helped set everything up and did so much work to not only get the venue and promote and get an awesome website going, but then to kind of basically make everything happen. And so we got myself, Chris Schmidt, Wimbush, Patrick 4D. We're going to be like the English presenters. And then we have a bunch of amazing Japanese presenters as well. So Koji, Hiromu, Shota, and then Mami. And so just a really great variety as well. So it's not just 3D artists. We have illustration. Um, we have artists that do really great,
Mm-hmm.
illustrations, and then just directors and music videos. And so it's not just 3D. It's going to be like every type of motion graphics kind of, and even design and illustration. So we definitely wanted to have like a good variety of presenters as
Mm-hmm.
well. Um, so it's a whole day thing, and uh, we have a bunch of awesome sponsors. We got Otoy, we got Maxon, we got Dell, Nvidia, yeah, the Render Network, and then like a lot of great local talent there. We got great GSG on board
Mm-hmm.
too, which we're super
Yeah,
excited
this
to
is a
have a part
great
of the event
website.
over there.
I like the.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that's
website's so
fun.
cool. Like even if you're not
Yeah.
gonna go, check out the website because the designers did such an amazing job,
Uh,
and even the promo videos are really great
the
as
website
well.
is
Um,
pixelpixel.jp. Yeah.
yep. And so this is my pitch to anyone, because people have been like, hey, I'm in the States. Why would I care? Well, I know so
You
many
can write it
people
off.
that have one. You can, number one, you can write it
Yeah.
off. If you wanted to go to
Yeah.
Japan, but you've been kind of on your own and like you don't know anyone else that wants to go to Japan with you, or maybe it's a language
Mm-hmm.
barrier or whatnot, and you wanted to go with a group or have an excuse to go, here you go.
Yeah.
You have an excuse now. So we already know a couple, very reoccurring, like people from the MoGraph community are already going to be
Mm-hmm.
over there, and they actually extended their trip to
Is that
have it
Shell?
overlap.
Is
So
Shell gonna be there?
so we Shell's going to be there. She's actually been helping coordinate the event too,
Amazing.
so she's going to be a part of the event. Um, but then we got some other people going to be there that have said that they want to be there
Mm-hmm.
too. Um, so yeah, if you want an excuse to go, tickets aren't all that expensive. Tickets to Japan aren't that expensive. Hotels are super
It's
cheap.
November 9th,
Uh,
right?
November
Yeah.
9th. Food, once you get there, everything is very inexpensive. The exchange
Yeah.
rate is so good. You can have an amazing sushi dinner for $20 and have the best sushi of your life and be
Yeah.
full. It's great. It's my favorite place. And this is like one of the bucket list items of like do an event in Tokyo. And so we're super pumped. And hopefully if it does well, this won't be the first. This won't be the first. It won't be the last one. So we're hoping to do this
Ooh.
again, hopefully next year.
This is
So if you have any questions,
Tunnel
definitely
Tokyo.
reach
This
out.
is the place
But
where it's actually happening, right?
Tunnel Tokyo, this is the event. Yeah, so if you scroll down, there's like it's just this LED wall
Wow, that's so
everywhere,
cool.
which is going to be super cool. Yeah,
That's super neat.
yeah, the venue looks amazing, and yeah, if you want to go to Tokyo,
Now's your chance.
there's your excuse.
Yeah.
Now's your chance. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
If
I'm
you
considering
like
going to
sushi,
Node
like,
this year. Like that's kind of been on my list. Like
so I know exactly how much it costs to get from Australia to
yeah.
Japan because I just booked Shell's
Oh, that's funny.
flight.
That's funny.
It's only 600
That's not
bucks.
bad. That's not
That's
bad. But
not
I can't
bad. And then
stay.
like
Because Node is 20
yeah.
days later.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, like uh the flight cost might be a little dicey. Like I think you could like depending on where you're at. If you're in
Mm-hmm.
LA, oh my gosh, it's like super. It's
Yeah.
like 900 bucks. Like me from Denver, I think it was like
Yeah.
1300. You know, but once you get there, like you can get really nice hotels in Tokyo, like in a central area, for 130 bucks a
Yeah.
night, and it's not a dump. Like it's nice. Like the rooms aren't that big, but that's
Yeah.
Japan in general. But like they're nice rooms, and the hotels are very inexpensive. Like I said, the food is very inexpensive. So if you don't let the cost of the flight kind of put you off,
Are tickets already
and
on
if you
sale?
if you don't, tickets went on sale
Nice.
today, so we've already sold a bunch. So I think we only have like 180 tickets
Okay.
available, so not a lot of
Yeah.
tickets. So if you've been thinking about it, like do your research, book your
Mm-hmm.
travel, get a ticket. Um, but yeah, I'm super pumped for it,
How
and
long are you sticking
to
around?
like I'm gonna be there for a
Yeah.
few weeks afterwards
See,
for
now
sure.
you should fly
Yeah,
down
so
to
that's
Node and meet me down there.
see. Oh
Yeah. And
yeah.
then we can fly back home
Yeah.
together again from Australia.
And you don't have to worry about being next to a
Right?
stinky person. At least it's the stinky person you
The
know
stinky
is
person
the
I
it's the
know
stinky
is
person you
you.
don't know. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Uh,
funny.
yeah, but like a lot of great like it's kind of funny like the end of the year always has like such awesome events. Like you got your half res, your
Mm-hmm.
XR,
Yeah.
um and then like I know Off Montreal is going on right
Yeah.
now. I just saw Mark and Shell
Yeah,
hanging
that's
out
fun.
last night. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah. A
it's
lot of
it's
good
crazy to me. I
events.
was I was talking to Amy about this earlier.
Camp,
I was like, Shell flies into the United States and then literally drives all over the
just
United
stays here.
States. Like
Yeah.
spends her whole time just driving from location to location to location. I want that life. I want that life. That's pretty
I
cool.
know. She needs to just buy an RV and just
Just park
leave it
it in the
somewhere and
US
then
somewhere.
yeah, just park it
That's
somewhere.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So, then camp is also this weekend. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
The
Hmm.
staff is already getting there. They're all flying in today. So it's weird for
Mm.
me because like this is the first year out of 6 camps that I haven't been there for setup and stuff like that. And me and Matthias are
Yeah.
showing up on Saturday, after half of it's over, So,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
I mean, yeah, I mean the pre time, the setup time is super fun, but I mean yeah, I mean the whole thing is super
Yeah,
fun, so
yeah.
I'm just bummed I can't well, like I said, I got the XR thing, I got
Hmm.
Japan, so I'm like
How did
I'm
how
traveled
did you
out, man,
get
for the
Japan set up? Was that your idea initially, and then you reached out to people, or were you contacted about it? Because I know I feel like
so it's
you and Winbush have been working on this for a while, right?
yeah, so it's actually so it's kind of funny. So I mentioned that in 2014 I got invited by Max on Japan to speak
Mm-hmm.
out there, and ever since I'm like I need to come back
Yeah.
ASAP. Like and do an event, because that was one of the coolest experiences in my career to like speak to a Japanese audience and just, be in Japan for the first time. I think at that point that was like the furthest away from home I've ever
That's cool.
been. Like I said, I took Japanese in college and then kind of forgot most of
Mm-hmm.
it. And then as I was there, it was like the first time I was able to like kind of talk with people from a different country in a different language. So like even that's like a cool
Yeah.
experience. Um, but yeah, I've been trying to do something for a while, and actually, Um, this was before I even met Wimbush or knew Wimbush, but Chris and I have been trying to do an event over there like since
Yeah.
2015 or 2016, and we've just, we almost got something going in 2018, and then the pandemic happened, and then, Japan was shut down for a super
Yeah.
long time. And when I went to Japan in October, one of my main goals was like I want to talk with people over there and see if I can if I can get any connections or anything like
Mm-hmm.
that. And it's just so funny because we had this whole document of all these places we wanted to go to, and we didn't get to go to
Yeah.
half. And then so I was trying to work in these meetings. Like I went to Max on Japan and hung out and got dinner with some of the people. And so the times that I did have to actually meet up with people, every single person that I met has helped in some way. Like the studio people that I met for dinner with the Maxon people, they're literally the ones that have done a ton of the
Yeah.
work, like the website, the venue, securing the venue, because that was one of the things that I didn't
Yeah.
understand. And I don't know how hard things were with you at like doing the DAT tour, but like when there's a language barrier and like a lot of people won't even talk, like a lot of venues in Japan, they won't even talk to you if you don't speak
Yeah.
Japanese because they're like, we don't have any English speakers, so we don't want to work with you. And if you're overseas,
Yeah.
like it's a little dicey.
Yeah.
So we definitely needed to have someone on the ground, and we almost we were very close to just being like, because we just were getting like just denied at every single venue, or the cost was super
Yeah.
high. We almost went with like a very small 30-person meetup at the Adobe offices in
Oh,
Tokyo,
interesting.
and we're almost went to roll with that, and then this other thing came through, and we got a ton of sponsors, and oh my God, like super thankful for all the sponsors, the help and stuff like that. And just even the support we've gotten just posting today, like we've already had like 500 likes and
That's
100
awesome.
retweets on our post on X. So it's just one of those things where it's like if you build it, they
Yeah.
will come
Seriously.
kind of things. And like I said about the community, man, it's like it's this leap of faith, but man, the community's always there to show up and show out. So um yeah, I'm excited to see all connect with the community over there and see what this does, because part of the DAT tour too, like your guys' whole thing was like there's no meetups
Yeah.
here. Like let's get people like connect with each other
It's
and don't let
still a
this be
thing
the
that
last
we're
time you
trying
all
to
come
push really
together.
heavily with mograph.com. It's like, if you
Yeah.
don't have a meetup, you want to create a meetup, either reach out to us or create a meetup group. That's the
Yeah.
the whole point
Yeah.
of mograph.com has always been community and building those communities and stuff like that. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, Motion Plus, that's their whole
Mhm.
thing too. Like they don't make any money off that stuff, and after like because you do all these
Yeah.
events, but this is my first event that I've been like it was my
Yeah.
idea for the most part, and like try to get all this stuff together. And to be fair, I set things up, but then the people like the Signif guys, like they took the ball and have done
Yeah.
a majority of the work. But even that, it's like still a little stressful. But like even knowing how much work they're going through and stuff like that, and you realize like, man, these events are
Yeah.
hard.
It
And I
was I
think,
mean, it was the main reason I stepped away from camp personally is
yeah,
as much as I love the event.
especially a multi-day
And a
event. Holy
multi-day
cow.
event,
Yeah,
yeah. I
yeah,
mean, you're talking probably $250,000 or something like that, event. And it's like if
yeah. Oh
that
my
falls
gosh.
through and stuff like that, it was very stressful, you know. And
Yeah,
so yeah, eventually I was just like I have to step away and focus on myself and stuff like that. But through that,
yeah,
good things have come. Dave's been able to focus on camp himself. I've been able to focus on mograph.com, and build that up.
yeah.
We're still working with our devs on making some cool stuff and things, and it's, good stuff is coming. Good stuff is coming.
Yeah, I mean, with anything like, all the work and like all that stuff, like it's like there's friendship, like lifelong friendships and
Yeah.
like things that you wouldn't have done otherwise. So it's like it is a lot of work, but holy crap, I'm sure it's like totally worth all the things you did. But yeah, also it's okay to say like I need to take a break and actually just do the enjoying part of this
Yeah.
event too. And
Once it's
like
over,
I said
you're
with
going to
half
feel
res.
like really happy that it's over,
Oh yeah,
and then ready to
yeah.
do the next
Well,
one.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're already thinking about visiting a venue when we're
That's
there
funny.
of what we could do
Yeah.
next year. So
Yeah, not
yeah,
a bad idea.
but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, like I said, I at when you have a platform like we do, it's always like one of the best things to like, of course, teach people and help people out that way. But it's also like, who are the people that are trying to do the same thing that I was doing like 12 years
Yeah.
ago when I was just first starting to get out and I just needed a little bit of bump
Yeah.
to, get going. And so to help, people like Elijah and Casey and I mean, Lucas has already got like a
Yeah.
huge following, but there's a lot of people that have been a huge fan of his and have never seen him in person before. So even stuff like that, like it's just great to.
Amy said the whole time you're talking, all I'm hearing is Matt is
Amy,
probably going to Japan.
I mean, Amy, do you like sushi? Can you?
She
drop
does
the
like
kids off
sushi.
somewhere?
Actually, we've started getting
Hey, you guys like
we do,
Disneyland, right?
yeah.
You can go to Disney
Yeah.
Tokyo.
That
It's kinda
I mean,
cool.
that
They
was
also
in
have
my head.
Universal.
We were literally talking about
Yeah.
Disney Tokyo today, this morning.
I mean,
That's funny.
there you go.
Yeah, no, I'm already taking off too much time, and if I end up going to Node, then I can't be gone for like a week, and then whatever. I got plans. I got plans and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right. Maybe it'll come in next year.
maybe
Let's
next
plan
year.
on
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
There you go.
Okay, so for just to recap, the Japan event is pixelpixel.jp. Okay, if you want to check out
Yes.
that event, I'm just gonna go over all the events we've talked about. Half Res
XO.
is this weekend on Friday, so you can visit halfres.com for tickets if you're in the Chicago area. Camp is happening, but those tickets are already past sale. XR Motion conference, I believe it's xrmotion.com. Motion.com.
I just posted in the chat. Yeah, and that's October 25th in New York City. I think in the Brooklyn area at the New York University Tandon at the Yard.
NYU. Yeah.
And actually Patrick Ford, NYU, yeah. And so Patrick 4D and I will be hanging out there along with some other incredible artists too.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. That's gonna be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What else? Any other events? Yeah, if you want, actually, so if you want some more information on events coming up and stuff like that, make sure to subscribe to the MoGraph newsletter. You can get that at mograph.com, just down at the bottom, subscribe to the newsletter. You'll get all the information about like upcoming shows and new plugins that people have pushed on the site and, new meetup groups and stuff like that. It's a great source of information. So, yeah. But yeah, thanks to everyone for joining us. Make sure to follow us on all the socials, especially YouTube and Twitch. We've been doing our weekly MoGraph Hangouts on Thursday nights. It's been fun. I've been diving into Houdini Land. I bought a copy of Houdini Indie as well as Mops Plus, which for those C4D artists who are interested in Houdini, come hang out with us because Mops is very much like Houdini effectors and cloners and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. So we're having a lot of fun doing that. Those are Thursday nights at around 7:30. So I've got some things in the mix personally, which I'm excited to announce, but I can't quite announce it yet because not everyone has announced it. So I'm actually going to be changing the time of the podcast. Instead of in the middle of the day, we're going to be looking at evenings or maybe really early mornings. I do want to try and get some more overseas, like Asian, Australian podcast guest. And I also want to get maybe some European ones who don't have to stay up super late. So like maybe I could do a really early one with them. But yeah, so it'll probably be right now around 5:30 on Tuesdays. We'll look. But as far as this week goes, no live stream on Thursday specifically because I'll be traveling to Half Res. And then I'll be coming home from camp, so no show next week. But make sure to subscribe to our newsletter. We'll let everyone know about the new times and new everything. Yeah, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to sign up for your very own mograph.com account. It's a one-stop shop for everything a motion designer needs. You can showcase your demo reel, projects you've worked on, post jobs, apply for jobs, sell your digital goods, find meetup groups, or start one of your own, and so much more is planned. We have over 800 members and are steadily growing. We're really excited about that. So yeah, we're an artist-first site where your work will always be yours and never fed to the AI machine. So make sure and stop giving Zuck his likes and start posting on mograph.com. And EJ, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at School of Motion. We got a lot of awesome courses coming up down the pike. And I want to actually share. So a lot of people always like, what's coming down the pike at School of Motion and stuff like that. And so that's why we created this new page that is the coming soon. So you get a little sneak peek at all the things we're doing over at School of Motion as far as new courses.
Oh, cool.
Coming down the pike. So I'm working on a Substance Painter course.
Nice.
We have Winbush working on an Unreal for Broadcast Designers course, which is turning out really awesome so far. New After Effects course with Ron Stern. UI UX course, cavalry course. I keep saying cavalry, but it's cavalry. And then we also have like when you sign up for All Access, we also have exclusive like workshops and stuff like that. So we actually have folks from Reallusion doing an event on Thursday, September 11th at noon, which is going to be really cool. They're going to be talking about Character Creator and doing digital doubles, and they just added all these new features which work really seamlessly with Unreal Engine. So if you want to work with metahumans or even work with stylized characters, Winbush actually just put out a tutorial on how easy it is to like get a stylized character. Like we actually made a mascot for the Pixel by Pixel conference that we actually want to try to see if we can make a game with, because Winbush found that it's like super easy to just take that character from like Cinema 4D or Blender, rig it, and then it just works in the game mode in Unreal.
That's awesome.
So like you actually might want to look into it too, because I know you've been doing your games and stuff too. We also do portfolio reviews every month as well. So our next one's coming September 25th. And those are always fun if you need a gut check on your reel. Joey and I are usually there to like critique, and sometimes we'll have special guests. We just had we had an awesome workshop last month with PJ Richardson from Laundry, who, oh my God, the way they're using AI is just like, holy cow. I mean, like they make amazing work too. So he dropped some incredible insights, and all the workshops are recorded as well. So if you're not signed up for All Access and you sign up today, like you'll have access to that workshop and all the other workshops that we have done in the past and all the ones we do in the future. So, man,
awesome.
AI, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's crazy.
Super exciting. So, okay. Awesome. That's super exciting. And that's schoolofmotion.com/coming soon for those who want to check it out.
Coming soon.
Oh, coming soon. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
How dare you.
So I guess that's about it. Thanks.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited to hang out in person IRL
I really
on
am.
Thursday.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah. And anyone else who's coming to Half Res, super excited. I hope if you are listening to this and haven't got your ticket yet, there's still time. So grab it. Looks like Dave just got the camp.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have fun
great.
setting
that's
up,
awesome.
buddy.
So this is the weekend of events. So
cool.
Holy cow. Some people are double dipping and doing both.
Double dipping
I wish I could do
and
both.
doing both. It's going to be a heck of a week. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to it for a while, so.
Yeah, this is like the elite week for MoGraph events.
All right, cool. Well, thanks to everyone for hanging out. We'll see you next week. Until then, I am Matt.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Later, yo.
I'm EJ.
Pretty good, I guess.